Is I want to talk about y'all gotta stop letting these promoters, man, get over it and do stuff that to y'all, man, that, as far as, have y'all sign contracts that y'all not really reading, man, or getting over on you. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these contracts you guys are signing, believe it or not, you can get out these contracts. So don't think for one reason these guys got you plugged all the way in and you cannot get out these contracts. They got contracts that you definitely get out of, and especially when you're dealing with some racist type of promoter that really don't have your best interest. And then, but I'm not feeling sorry for some of you guys that know better, man. And none of y'all continue to sign with these same people because y'all pressed to fight or y'all think he's the only proponents you can sign for, especially if these guys not giving no type of incentives and they not signing, signing bonuses and nothing like that. Which a lot of you guys are not promoters are not doing it now here, especially here in the DMV. But some of you guys are so pressed and eager to get in the spotlight and say, I'm a prize fighter, I'm gonna do this, I can do this, I can be the next champion. And these guys is dogging you out over and over you and then telling you off the rip, oh, I got it now. Oh, I'd invest 90, you done been with him for 2 years or a year or 6 months, and they claim that they'd invested $90,000 on you, $90,000 in you. Do that make any sense? Make it make sense at all. And a lot of times you guys here in the DMV now, I'm talking about DC and Maryland. I ain't talking about Virginia. And you got, well, I can say Virginia too, because you got some of y'all guys in Virginia that fell in the same trap as a lot of these guys here in DC. But at the end of the day, is that you guys only reach out and want to talk when shit get raggedy. When I say when stuff get raggedy, when guys stuff ain't going your way and you feel dissatisfied, and all of a sudden now you know how to speak out. But you gotta understand, you gotta speak out during the good times and the bad times. Don't always speak out when it's when you having a problem, when the problem is coming your way. That's not a good look. But at the end of the day, man, I understand some of you guys really honestly, want this, for yourself. But you gotta say it. You gotta understand. Y'all gotta start reading for yourself. Now, myself, you can DM me on the back in the back, give me a call to social media or whatever. DM me, give me a call, and we can talk about it. But I can tell you how to get out these contracts. But one thing about it's not gonna be for free because you got in there free, but you can't get out from me for free. And you cannot get away from him for free. So if you're gonna pay him, you can also pay me. And I promise you, I'm not looking to say that I invest no $90,000 because I know it's a lie. Just like if I tell you that I did, I know I didn't. He telling you the same thing. You know it's a lie. But once again, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Don't never be afraid to take legal action if you have to. Stop being feel like you man, you a sucker for doing that. No, you're not being a sucker. You being a sucker enough to be sucker free from this, to get yourself free yourself up from situations. Because a lot of you guys put yourself in situations that you didn't have to put yourself in. But always know, like I said, he's this guy, this specific racist promoter here in the DC, Maryland area. He has done this over and over, and he has a track record of this. But the only time he's gonna stop this unless you guys start standing up, stop fighting for him, stop supporting him, stop going to his fights. Now I'm gonna tell y'all straight, stop going to these guys' fights, stop supporting them, stop. Hey, look, if I got a year to do, I go ahead and train for a year because you put me on the shelf for a year anyway. Train for a year, get the hell out of that contract, and move forward. Look elsewhere. But like I said, if you still want the same thing, you want that same slave mentality like the slaves back in the days, when they say slavery's over and you would still want to run back and say, I want to be a good slave and still stay here and work your plantation without getting paid and somebody telling you this, putting foot in your ass and all that, continue to do that. I mean, it is what it is. Life is what you make it. You ain't gotta be in a position that you're in when people tell you to do this and do that. No, you don't have to do that. You can do other things in that. Don't ever think that you don't have options. And that's one thing. A lot of people put you in a position and like if you don't have options. Believe me, you are you are the cargo, meaning you are the treasures that they are looking for. Without you is no them. So don't never think that you don't have options because you got a lot of guys here in the DMV that can help you out, help you move forward. So therefore you'll benefit from that instead of let somebody else always benefit off you. First and foremost, man, this is what I never want to think. Start getting with promoters that may offer you life insurance. Because a lot of guys, you guys that's bossy, y'all don't have life insurance. Something happened to you, first thing you want to do is get a GoFundMe and people pass the head around. And a lot of people ain't got no $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 laying around. to help bury you if something were to happen to you in that ring. Because one thing about you going that sweat, you can get sometimes some people don't come out that sweat. And another thing, try to get some guys, somebody, a lot of you guys see boxers, man, don't even have health insurance. We don't keep, and health insurance is a very important part of being a fighter, man. You got to have health insurance. You get a knee injury, arm injury, and a lot of our fighters here in the DMV are always suffering from hand injuries and things like that, body injuries, running a foot, ankle, or something like that. A lot of you guys don't have that type of stuff. So start getting with somebody that can offer you something like that. Just don't jump in here. I want to be a fighter, man. I want to be this. I'm gonna be the next Mayweather and all this because and everybody be trying to protect this. Oh, don't worry about losing the fight because some of the greatest fighters have lost fights. So don't ever have yourself logged and think that you know you're not gonna lose and you ain't gonna do this and do that. Don't let people use you like this. My thing is here, I'm here to help you. Help it's like me, help you. Reach out to me, like, share, subscribe to my channel and I'll show you how we can do this up. Now, I'm talking about the guys here in DC and Maryland area and Virginia area. If you're signed with any type of promoter that you're not satisfied with, and I can hook you up with the right promotion. And like I said, might not give you everything that you want, but we won't. I promise you, you won't have to worry about nobody, calling you that N word behind your back, and that's real talk. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace.